You are actually the only living person right now, the only consciousness that truly exists. It's called the egg theory. Your family, your friends, the strangers you pass on the street, all of them exist because your mind doesn't want to feel alone. But here's the eerie part of this theory. Since you are the sole true consciousness, you will live every possible life that has ever existed and will ever exist. You will be reincarnated and born billions and billions, lived every individual's life, and then you can hatch this egg and become a god. The entire universe was created as an egg for the main character, which is you. And once you have lived every human life ever, you will be born as a god. Every time you hurt someone, you are hurting yourself. It may sound horrific, but you wouldn't know if you've already lived billions of lives. You've probably already lived over 1 billion, and you just don't remember. You probably lived your mother's life, your cousins, the stranger across the street. In reality, you are me and I am you. So every single person you know and will ever know was you.
So that theory is, but I love that more than me exists. Many.
A school teacher in Florida, started acting strangely in June of 2012, and soon after she was arrested for the abuse of 7 students. Danielle told her students they needed to rid their bodies of demons while they gathered around a fire just before dusk. She instructed them to cut their skin to let the evil spirits out. She then told them they needed to burn those wounds, and that student suffered from second. Danielle spent 6 months in jail for child abuse and child endangerment, but when she was released, she vanished from the face of the earth, and nobody seems to know where she is today.
Yeah, that's not demonic possession. That bitch is just off, I guess, attention authority responsible for just be fail safe. It's crazy.
What is happening with our planet?
Crash team device US. All members of crash team report immediately for closing. Crash team device US. All members of crash team report immediately for closing. Crash team device US. All members of crash team report immediately for closing.
So did all even, I mean, if I'm talking, there's been a lot of
disappeared off of a school bus.
Thank you, that's what I like. Thank you, that's what I like.
In the video, the school bus driver is seen to have gotten in some kind of a bad traffic. Then as he looks back, he is shocked to not see anyone in the bus.
Is everybody okay?
Then the encounter with the policemen where they are trying to find the kids.
There's no accident here, okay? Look around the bus.
Right,
There's no...
slow down, slow down,
Okay.
slow down. I know you didn't get an accident, you just told me that.
Okay.
The kids are gone.
They're gone. I don't know where they went.
How many kids total?
45, 50.
Okay, do me a favor. Stand right there. Stand right there. Do it now, please.
Look at it.
Stand right there.
Nothing wrong with
Do not move.
They just went.
I'm gonna take a look. Hello? Hello?
The video is obtained from a religious website where some claim it was Rapture, while others said it's fake. But what do you think about this? Resembling Nicolas Cage movie Left Behind, where the true...
I wasn't sure about that to begin with, but it said it was obtained from a religious website. So I think it's probably just fucking fake. I was created for fun. Not this specifically, but just about that.
Are you getting exposed to forever chemicals?
I'm Dr. Tim, and your body can't break down forever chemicals called PFAS. Some studies suggest that they may increase risk of cancers such as in the liver and kidneys, in addition to risk of endocrine disruption and reproductive issues. 2 main types of PFAS are called PFOA and PFOS, which some countries have already banned.
The following items have PFAS, like non-stick cookware, grease-resistant paper, personal care products like dental floss, even possibly your tap water.
See my next video on tips to avoid PFAS and follow me to live a healthier life.
the survival of the to get us have everything. So also because Thrive, that's so insane, dude. I couldn't.
Possible to be unbiased on this topic, but I'll give it a go anyway and try to be unbiased as possible regardless. So essentially this morning a full-blown civil war erupted between Israel and Palestine. Israel is in blue and Palestine currently is in yellow and green. With the Palestinian group Hamas launching a surprise attack on Israel out of the Gaza Strip here, as you can see in green. Hamas generally being described as a Palestinian Islamic fundamentalist group and also designated as a terrorist group by these countries and organisations you can see next to me. It is worth noting that not all nations or organisations believe Hamas is classified as a terrorist group, such as in the Arabian Peninsula, for example. With certain countries and organisations levelling similar accusations against sects of the Israeli forces. And it's a little complicated, but I think the main reason for these accusations of terrorism being levelled against both Israel and Palestine historically has been due to the death of innocent civilians on both sides. And this has usually come in the form of, let's say, a member of Hamas launching a terrorist attack against Israeli civilians and then Israeli civilians dying as a result. And on the flip side to that, you've got Israeli forces such as in the Israeli Defense Forces who are supposed to go after the terrorists, but there's no doubt that innocent Palestinian civilians get caught in the midst of that. Have there also been arguments and disagreement in relation to the number of civilian deaths on both sides and the type of force that's used? Now that that's out of the way, I'll kind of briefly explain the events that transpired this morning and what could happen in the future. Since Hamas launched these attacks on Israeli settlements this morning, the Israeli Prime Minister declared a state of war with about 40 people being killed in total so far. Around 5,000 rockets already having been fired at Israel, with also a group of Israeli civilians being taken hostage by Hamas. As a result, you'd probably expect the Israeli government to send more ground bases to the
about this say like
an event, and not when the
HealthNet le da más a miembros de Medi-Cal. Obtén acceso a una amplia red de médicos.
argue that it provides a more elegant explanation for the universe's existence. By eliminating the need for a cosmic beginning, the theory avoids the conundrum of what preceded the Big Bang or what caused it to occur. It also negates the requirement for a hypothetical singularity, which is a point of infinite density, a concept that currently lies beyond the reach of our science.
About that should be on simple.
Compare the moons. This only makes sense if people in Australia are upside down relative to the northern hemisphere. And what about lunar eclipses? The Earth's shadow is cast onto the moon as a perfect circle. And what about our literal photos of Earth? Do flat earthers use GPS? Because GPS only works because of the satellites orbiting our very spherical Earth. And we can see other planets using telescopes. Why are they spherical but Earth isn't? Debunking flat